So Simple tutorial. Good morning students, welcome to SST So Simple tutorial. My dear students, today we will start a new lesson, gender, religion and caste. In the previous lesson, democracy and diversity, we read about social differences and divisions. Every social difference does not lead to social division. It is the overlapping social differences that create social divisions. In this lesson, we will discuss three kinds of social differences that can take the form of social divisions and inequalities in India. They are, as you can see in the title of the lesson, social differences based on gender, social differences based on religion, and social differences based on caste. In each case, we will see the nature of division in our country and how it gets expressed in politics. So let us begin with gender and politics. First, we will try to understand few terms like sex, gender, sexual division of labor, feminist and feminist movements. Then we will proceed further through the lesson. Okay. So let us first try to understand sex and gender. Sex refers to the biological differences between males and females. That is all. All of us are born as male or female. But who makes us boy or girl? Becoming boy or girl is something that we learn from our families and society. Why are you crying like a girl? Or don't be shy like a girl. Be brave and strong, you are a boy. Learn to be soft spoken, you are a growing girl after all. Don't be rowdy like boys, etc. You all must have heard these remarks at some time. You cannot grow in our society without having listened such remarks. A person becomes aware of his or her gender role when he or she interacts with other members of the society, in the family, in the school, and in the public spaces. So, the boy or a girl from a very early stage knows what he or she is supposed to do or how he or she has to behave, keeping in mind the gender rules laid down by the society. So, gender describes the role or responsibility that the society considers appropriate for you. So, gender describes the separate qualities that men and women are usually expected to have. It is a set pattern of behavior that a boy or a girl, or say man or woman, is expected to follow in a society. That is why we say gender is a social construct. Having understood the term gender, let us proceed further. Your lesson begins with gender division. Traditionally, it was believed that gender division are natural and unchangeable because they emerge between men and women as a result of different capabilities, talents and choices. These differences were often represented as natural inequalities. For example, for a long time, women were described as weaker sex who needed special protection. Thus, it was felt denying women equal rights in society was justified. However, this is not true. Gender is a social construct and varies from society to society. Gender differences are not natural as it was believed, but an outcome of the mindset of our present society. Let us now see public-private division. In our society, you will find that a line is drawn. Women on one side of the line and men on the other. Women do all the work inside the home. She has to do cooking, cleaning, washing clothes and look after children. On the other hand, men do all the work outside the home. That is what is called gender-based division of labor or sexual division of labor. Look at the glossary below. Sexual division of labor. A system in which all work inside the home is either done by the women of the family or organized by them through the domestic helpers. So, we have a well-defined area of duty, either within the four walls of your house or outside it. Now the question that arises is that can men not do all those work that women do inside home? The answer is yes, they can. But normally they won't do because it is for the women to do. Just think when you visit a restaurant, who is cooking the food that is served to you? They are mostly men. Who is washing clothes in a laundry? Mostly men. Who do you find mostly as tailors? Men. That means men are ready to do all such jobs if they are paid for. Men work outside and bring home money, so their work is valued. Since women work at home and do not earn money for the family, their work is not regarded as work. Their work is not valued. Their work don't get recognition. When a woman chooses to work to earn money, her job is considered to be less important than her household duties. She is allowed to do a job only if she manages to do it without neglecting the housework. In many families, men do share the housework. However, doing housework is not considered compulsory for men as it is for women. I hope this public-private division point is understood by you all. And this would be enough for you to understand why there is less presence of women in public life. This traditional sexual division of labor kept them limited to the household activities. Thus, it kept them away from public life and hence their minimum role in politics. But this has happened in many societies. Earlier, only men were allowed to participate in public affairs. They were not allowed to vote. They were only allowed to contest elections and hold public offices. Just remember what happened in France. Did women get voting rights? No. Could they hold public offices? No. So what did they do? They started their own clubs. They started their own newspapers to voice their demands. What were their demands? They demanded the right to vote. They demanded to be elected to the assembly. That means they struggled for equal political rights. This is what happened in different parts of the world. Women organized themselves and agitated for equal rights. So let me introduce you to two new terms. One, feminist, and second, feminist movement. So look at the glossary. Feminist, a woman or a man who believes in equal rights and opportunities for women and men. So anybody who believes in equal rights for men and women is a feminist, and all such campaigns or movements that aims at attaining equality for women in personal or family life are called feminist movements. These movements have organized and agitated to raise channels for enhancing the political and legal status of women and improving their educational and career opportunities. So we can say feminist movement works to dismantle the root cause of inequality that force women into subordinate roles in the society. It is because of these feminist movements that we are able to see improved women's role in public life. Today, we find women in every field. They are doctors, teachers, engineers, lawyers, managers. All these fields used to be dominated by men. They have found places in armed forces. Have you heard the name of Avani Chaturvedi? She is the first woman fighter pilot of Indian Air Force. There are some countries, however, where the participation of women in public life is very high. For example, Scandinavian countries. Scandinavian countries are a group of countries in the northern Europe. They include Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland and Iceland. Students, now you should be able to answer these questions. 1. What is meant by sexual division of labor? 2. What are feminist movements? What were their major demands? Dear students, let me stop here now. In the meantime, you read your textbook. In the next class, we will discuss different aspects of life in which women are discriminated and disadvantaged in India. We will also discuss women's political representation in India. Till then, Keep reading and have a nice time. Thank you.